Hello everyone, and yes, the time has come. It's time to reach for the tissues. No, there's no Carmen Jorda pictures on screen. No, it's time to reach for the tissues because unfortunately this is the very last time Formula 1 97 will be on your screens. Yes, this is the last race of the series, and after 2 series it's time to say goodbye to a very old friend. So as a special treat, I have decided to do this race completely unedited. Yes, that's right, Dave's going to try and talk a load of old waffle for 30 minutes. Can that be possible? Yes. So, as usual, because of Mr. Ryan Foley, I am now starting from the back of the grid, or should I say the awesomeness of Mr. Nigel Mansell is starting from the back of the grid. As you can see, he's just checking that his steering is working as the 2 lights go out, the 3 lights go out, the 4 lights go out, 5 lights go out, and it's off we go. Well, we get off to a pretty decent start, as they say, as we come down now to the first corner. I've got past a couple of cars as Mr. Mansell, and oh, it's a little bit tight as he comes into the first corner, and he's hit the Jordan. Oh my god, but it's okay, the wing is still attached. Fantastic performance for Mr. Mansell there, and he's up now into 19th position. Now, in case I didn't say it from the start, of course this is round 18, and finally, as someone pointed out last week, we are actually at Jerez. I did say that last week, but we weren't. But there we go, we are now. And if anyone watched my previous championship, as we go past the Minardi now into 18th position. If anyone watched my previous championship, you will know that you can see that the background isn't quite finished because they didn't know that this race was actually going to go ahead in the year of 1997. Nigel is now in 18th position and he's trying to get past the awesomeness of an Arrows. Now it could be Martin Brundle because I did put him in the car, but who knows because there's no driver names above. But he comes around now, these corners, oh my goodness gracious me, and Mr. Brundle, or whoever it was, has pulled out and almost lost his front wheel again. Come on Nigel, get down the inside of this Arrows. As we come round the last corner into the start and finish straight now, he is up to 18th position. He's going to try and take out the Arrows along this straight, is he? Yes he is, and the Minardi as well, yes. Fantastic performance, look at all them cars ahead. He's now in 16th position. This is lap 2. Out of 20. And what's we got ahead now, Nigel? What have we got ahead? We've got a... oh, I don't know. I can't quite see on this preview screen. Is it a McLaren? It is a McLaren, and he's pulling out to pass a Tyrrell. And at the moment, you can see Michael Schumacher is 12 seconds ahead of us up the road. Now in 14th position, he goes past... no, that's not a Tyrrell, that's a Stewart. He goes past the Stewart now, and he's now up into the awesomeness of 13th place. This is lap 2 out of 20. So Nigel's next target, I think, is it McLaren? Yes, it's a McLaren. Come on Nigel, get past the McLaren. But of course he's battling away with the car in front, which I do believe is a Tyrrell. Come on Nigel, get past the Tyrrell. Okay, so, oh look at that, he pulled out a little bit there. We've got Fernando Alonso, of course, I transplanted into the Ferrari, now in 12th position. As we come round now to finish off, is that the second lap? Wow, I've managed to talk a lot of old waffle for 2 laps now. This is amazing. Coming down the start and finish straight, gets past the McLaren, and yes, that was a Tyrrell. Now the awesomeness of the Brummy Bear has brought him into 11th position now on lap 3 out of 20, but Michael Schumacher is still 14 seconds up the road and currently in the lead. So now Nigel's next target, I think, is a Jordan. Yes, the Jordan Peugeot from 1997. Of course, this was Fisichella's first year in Formula 1. Oh, he's going for the Jordan there. Oh, who's that in front of the Jordan? Is that his teammate, Mr. Damon Hill? World champion Mr. Damon Hill, the greatest driver on the earth. End of discussion. Well, I think it is. So, come on then, Mr. Mansell. We've got to get past the Jordan. And, of course, his teammate, because he's in the other Williams, Mr. Damon Hill. And Mansell's just losing a little bit of time there. Coming round now to the end of lap 3 it is, I think. Wow, Dave still managed to talk a lot of old waffle now for 3 laps as we come round this corner now. And into the start and finish line. We cross the line. And Dave is marvelled at the fact that he hasn't had to cut the audio yet. Yes, completely unedited and still live, and he hasn't fluffed it yet. Don't worry, he will, don't worry. Oh yes, there you go, Mr. Mansell's gone a little bit wide there. And he's still in 11th position on lap 4 out of 20. What's that? Is that a lighthouse? I don't know. Something in the background, and he goes past the Jordan. Goes past the Jordan Peugeot into 10th position. Now he's got to get past his teammate, of course, Mr. Damon Hill. World champion, sir. Oh, and he does it. Yes, past Mr. Hill, and he's now in 9th position. So his next target, I think, is a car. Because I can't see the preview screen. It's another McLaren. That's either Coulthard, I think, or Hackenden. Or is it? Oh no, I transplanted, of course. Yes, Mr. Jenson Button and Mr. Fernando Alonso into both of those McLarens. So it is one of them. Who I do not know, because there's no driver names, of course, in F1 97. But he's up into 9th position now, is Mr. Mansell, and trying to get past the McLaren. But oh look, there's 3 cars in front of Mr. Mansell, and we've just done lap 4 into lap 5, and he's still talking a lot more waffle. And yes, he's made to get past the McLaren now, and now he's going, oh no, the McLaren's actually done the undercut, as they say in the modern world of Formula 1, and he hasn't managed to get past him. So lap 5 out of 20, Mansell still in 9th position, and I expect that Michael Schumacher is still in the lead. Oh, but look at that, Nigel's put in a fastest lap of 1:16.3. Wow, that's pretty awesome, Nigel. Still on lap 9 now, trying to get past the McLaren this time. Yes, and a Benetton. We don't know who that is in front. I think it may be a Till, or it could be the other Stewart. Not quite sure. Yes, as you can see from the screen there, Michael Schumacher is currently in the lead. Okay, come on Nigel, let's get past these cars. Of course, it's very, very difficult just to get past one car, but as you can see, there are 3 cars bunched together, one after the other. So it's practically impossible to get past all 3 of them without losing our front wing. Oh, now we've got the low fuel indicator going, which means it's time for our pit stop, which we are going to make now on lap 5 going into lap 6. Nigel is currently in 9th position. So what's he putting on? He's putting on 10 laps of fuel and the slick tyres, but he needs a new front wing. Oh yes, of course, there was contact earlier with the Jordan. So now cars are going to be passing him down the pit lane, and he's now down to 14th position on lap 6 as he rejoins into the pack. And look at that, oodles and strudels of cars have now overtaken him, and he's now in 18th position. This is still on lap 6 out of 20 as we go past that, whatever it is on the right hand side. Looks like a lighthouse to me. Oh, but look at that, he's very, very quickly gone past the Sauber there, and now he's got his old enemy, yes, the Minardi Wasp, because that's what they look like. He's now in 17th position, is Nigel, but he's got to get past this Minardi. Let's have a clean move here, Nigel. Yes, that's it, lovely. We don't want to take off our wing, do we? No, we don't. Oh, but look at that, the Minardi has undercut him yet again and has managed to retake the position. Come on, Nigel, that's it. He's going around the outside of the Minardi. Now into 16th position. Oh no, he's hit the Minardi. Disastrous scenes in Jerez. The wing has been damaged, but it's still on, which is the most important thing. So now he's just got to finish his laps into his next pit stop, and then he'll get a new wing. So Michael Schumacher is now 36 seconds ahead. Oh dear, I think it is. So Nigel is in 18th position. I do believe a car went into the pit there, did they? Oh yes, they did. Oh look, lots of cars coming into the pits now. So Nigel is now up into 15th position. And he is chasing down the awesomeness of a Sauber, I do believe. And he's on lap 7 out of 20. And still Dave is talking a lot of old waffle and hasn't had to cut it yet. Okay, so Michael Schumacher is now in the lead still as he gets past the Sauber. past the Sauber for the awesomeness of Nigel. And Shinji Nakano? That's in a Prost as he gets past a McLaren. The Prost in second position. Oh no, actually, Nigel's gone a little bit wide there. Nigel's gone wide, but actually, yes, just thinking back now, yes, the Prost were quite strong in the year of 1997. Of course, who can forget? Oh, no, and he's just whacked straight into someone. Who was that? Was that the McLaren? Oh, there may be damage to his rear wing now as well. But I think he may have taken the front wing off the McLaren. We've got a green flag, which means, yes, we can carry on going. But the McLaren slowed right down. And oh my goodness gracious me, he's gone straight into his side pod. But luckily, unlike other games, there's no side pod glitching. Side pod glitching, that's the one. I'm not going to cut that. Okay, so the McLaren has got to come in now for his pit stop. And he's going to have a new wing as Nigel comes past the pit. And he's now in 11th position. Wow, the awesomeness of Nigel knows no bounds. We've got Jenson Button now, look at that, in second position with Damon Hill in third and Shinji Nakano in fourth. Oh yes, I completely lost my track of what I was saying about the Prost. Of course, in 1997 they were quite strong. Who can forget, of course, Olivier Panis? Yes, until he had quite a nasty accident, I think it was in Canada. But they were coming on very strong in 97 were the Prosts. Okay, now we've got Gerhard Berger in 10th position and Michael Schumacher is still in first place. So welcome back everybody. Yes, I had to put an audio cut in there because the stupid computer decided not to work properly. Anyway, enough of that waffle. We're on lap 8 out of 20 now and Mr. Mansell is in the awesomeness, I think, of 11th position and he is trying to get past, is it a Benetton? It may be, and Michael Schumacher is still in the lead and we come round now to lap 8 going into lap 9 and people are coming into the pits, so Nigel is going to go into position. He's going for the Benetton. That's Berger or Lacey, and yes, he's passed him and oh my goodness gracious me, that scared the bejesus out of me. That was Mr. Damon Hill, world champion, coming out of the pits and almost taking Nigel out. But, yes, thankfully, the wing is still on. It's a bit wonky, but it's still there. So he's in 4th place at the moment on lap 9 out of 20. He's currently chasing down, I'm pretty sure that's a McLaren, which of course could be either Jenson Button or Fernando Alonso. So here he goes now. Come on, Nigel. Get past Mr. Button, of course, Arava's best friend. Okay, let's have another go. Oh, he's getting very close now, and oh, but he went straight into the McLaren there, Nigel. Nearly went straight into the McLaren there, Nigel. But it's okay. He backed off from that one, and as you can see, the McLaren has actually pulled out a bit of a gap. Now, also, as you can see in the background, as Nigel goes a little bit wide there, that the skies are darkening, which means, yes, it may rain. Which always helps because the AI slowed down a bit. Well, actually quite a lot. Okay, so we're coming now into lap 10 out of 20. Nigel is still in fourth. Oh, look at that! Nigel's now on a podium. He's now in 3rd position. Fantastic performance. Don't forget everyone, this was last on the grid from, of course, a world champion, Nigel Mansell. Just like to keep saying that because it winds certain people up. Okay, now in 3rd position still on lap 10 out of 20 and we've got, oh, it's Button, it's Jenson Button, it's Arava's best friend in front of him now. Come on then, let's get past Mr. Button. Of course he's not in the McLaren Honda, he's in the McLaren what was it, Mercedes in 1997 and the car was pretty average. No, it was about a middle field runner in 1997, but of course don't forget they managed to increase their performance and by the end of the 1997 season they were actually winning races. Yes, they were, before of course 1998 when they conquered all and everybody fell asleep. Okay then, we're on lap 10 out of 20 still. Just coming round now into lap 11, still chasing down Mr. Jenson Button. Of course, in real life they never race together, but on the stage of computer games anything's possible. So Michael Schumacher is still in the lead, and he's now 23 seconds ahead of Button, and Nigel Mansell is 24 seconds behind Michael Schumacher. There's no spots of rain yet, so it may dry up, or it may start raining. He's going down the inside of Button. Yes, he's managed to overtake Button, and now the awesomeness of Nigel, which knows no bounds, has now got into second place. But did I see some drops of rain in the sky? Is there drops of... Yes! Oh my goodness gracious me! Nigel's completely cocked that up. But he's back on. But Button's retaken the position. He's now down to third place. Oh, terrible scenes in Jerez. Nigel has dropped a position, and Button is now back into second place on lap 11 out of 20. But do I see spots of rain in the background? Are there... Oh, was that... What? Yes, it was. Yes, it is starting to rain, which could not have come at a better time, because that means we'll have to go onto the wet tyres before the end of the race. But Button has come into the pits. Now, of course, he'll have to go onto the dry tyres because it's not raining enough yet to go onto the wets. So he will, of course, have to come in again. But Nigel may not have to. He may just have to come in for his wet tyres as he goes a little bit wide there. That's the third time now Nigel has completely cocked up the apex of that turn, but he's okay. He's still in second position now on lap 12 out of 20, and as we look at the bottom, is that 9 seconds? Yes, it is. Michael Schumacher is now only 9 seconds ahead of Nigel Mansell on lap 12 out of 20, and yet again Nigel's gone wide. It's like he doesn't know this track very well. Okay, so we're coming around now. Is it last selection of calls? Oh no, we've got loads to go yet before the end of this lap. Oh dear, Dave's running out of things to say now. It's been like, I don't know, 17 and a half minutes now. On lap 12 out of 20, Mansell just put in a fastest lap, or did he? I don't know. And he's still in second position now as he comes round, I think, now to finish the lap and pass that lighthouse or whatever it is. Yes, we're coming to finish the lap now. So he comes round now to the start and finish line into lap 13. And I think he's going to maintain his second position. Yes, he is. And he's only 10 seconds now behind Michael Schumacher. So, can he catch him up? Who knows? Okay, I'd like to finish by saying a massive thanks to anybody at all that has ever watched any of these videos. This game was first released in 1997, so it's pretty much 17, 18 years old now, and basically I was expecting about 2 views per video, as Nigel goes a little bit wide there. So a massive thanks to everybody. As you've probably gathered, this is one of my favourite games. In fact, possibly the most favourite Formula 1 game. But of course it is now time to say goodbye to that game. I'd also like to thank Signosis and the experts at Bizarre Creations for actually crafting this absolute masterpiece of a game under very limited resources. Don't forget, this game came out for the PS1. Yes, this is a PS1 game. I'd also like to thank the improvements that they made while the game was still going, because this game was withdrawn from sale for 6 weeks. Now they could have just left it and then brought it out again, but no, they went back and they tinkered with it some more. Because if you notice, in Hungary the arrows are really strong as he's going for that Minardi, but no, he's okay. The wing is still on. As you notice, in Hungary the arrows are really strong because of course Damon Hill came so close in 1997 to actually winning that race until he had a failure, I think, with the throttle, and Jacques Villeneuve passed him, I think, with just 2 laps to go. But he's still coming second place, but of course nobody remembers second place victories, only when you win. So of course, yes, they tinkered with that, and they tinkered with quite a few things with the game as well during the whole of its life cycle. And so basically a massive thanks to them for producing probably one of the best Formula 1 games of its generation. Of course, it's been far surpassed. No, that's not even a word, Dave. it's been surpassed. As you can see, oh look, there is now some water droplets underneath the tyres. Nigel's coming in for his pit stop. Oh, is that a bit early? No, in fact that's just right on time. Still in second place. He's going to go on to the wet tyres, yes. Oh, but he needs a front wing and a rear wing. That rear wing takes an enormous amount of time. So it was a 9.3 second stop for Nigel Mansell. So yes, what they had to work with, they produced an absolute marvel of a game. And the games that followed after this game were absolutely disastrous, to put it bluntly. And of course it has now been superseded by a lot better games, but this still remains, I think, the classic of the PS1 era. I don't think they made any game of this era that could surpass this one. Okay, that's enough of the waffle, Dave. Let's get back to the race. Okay, we're on lap 15 now out of 20. Nigel is still in second position, and as you can see, it is now fully raining. Fully raining indeed. And Mr. Schumacher is now 25 seconds ahead of Nigel. Now, of course, as I mentioned earlier, the AI slowed down quite horrifically during the wet. So, can we now get on our very last race? First place. 24 seconds now. Come on, Nigel. He will be gaining about 3 to 4 seconds every single lap. That's how much they oh, there's a car slowing down. It's a Prost. That's a Prost. He's got an engine blow up. Wow, fantastic. Unfortunately, we haven't seen the engine explosion, which people so love about this game, with all the flames coming out the back. I don't think that's going to happen in this round. I'd also like to say a congratulations to Nigel, because I don't think he's had an engine failure in this season for, it must be at least 11 or 12 races. Of course, that Williams was pretty bulletproof in 1997, which is probably another feature that they incorporated into this game, as Nigel is now trying to get past his old enemy, the Minardi Wasp. Still in second place on lap 16 out of 20. Come on, Nigel, let's have a clean pass. You know, there's 27 Minardis in these races. There seems to be anyway. And Nigel has done it, I think. Yes. Past the Minardi. So now, look at the time. As I say, 3 to 4 seconds he gains every single lap because of the wet conditions. He's now only 16 seconds behind Michael Schumacher as he's trying to get... please don't tell me it's another Minardi. That can't be another Minardi. I've just passed 4 of them. Now there's another one. Okay, let's see if we can get past him now, Nigel. Yes, Nigel's being very cautious on these last laps, because he's trying to chase down Michael Schumacher and get past the Minardi Wasp, so he does not want to take... And yes, that's right, another audio cut is required. Stupid computers, they never work properly. Okay, he's coming around now, still trying to get past this Minardi on lap 16, going into lap 17, and still chasing down, of course, the awesomeness of Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari, and he gets past the Minardi quite easily there. Someone's coming out of the pits though. Oh, that was a little bit scary there. Nigel had to brake really hard, and you can see he started to swerve from side to side, or what we used to call in the old days a tank slapper. And he's now 17 seconds behind Michael Schumacher. We've got green flags again, so there's been an incident somewhere. So he's trying to get past this car. What is it now? I can't quite see. Let's have a look closer. Is that a McLaren? No. Is it a Tyrrell? I don't know. Is it a Stewart? Well, hang on. It could be anybody, really, couldn't it? Of course, with the spray coming up from the back of the car, it's almost impossible to see who it is. I reckon that's a Stewart. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a Stewart. Is it a Stewart? Yes, it is. It's a Stewart. Was it Ford in 1997? I think it may have been. Okay, so past the Stewart, Nigel goes. Still in second position on lap 17 out of 20. And as you can see, it is as black as Nougat's knockers. Yes, it's raining very hard, and you can't actually see the track very well in front of you. But Nigel will persevere, but he's still 17 seconds behind Michael Schumacher. I don't think there's enough laps. Let's see if my maths is Very good. Oh, it's 15 seconds now. So 4, 8, 12. Oh my goodness gracious me. I think it's going to be very, very tight on the very last corners of the last lap, I think. 13 seconds now for Mr. Mansell to catch Michael Schumacher. This is lap 18 out of 20. Of course, there's not much to commentate on because it's very, very dark and you can't really see anything, but I can just see in the distance there is more cars to pass. I'm betting that's probably a Tyrrell this time. If it was a Stewart last time, it must be a Tyrrell this time. Let's see if he manages to get past. And there's a Sauber as well, but as you can see, as normal with this game, both the cars are right behind each other, so you haven't got to just get past one of them, you've got to get past two of them without losing your wing. And of course Nigel is being held up now and he is losing time to Michael Schumacher. He's going down the inside. No. See, they stick rigidly in this game to the racing line. I mean absolutely rigidly. They never veer off it. Only occasionally, or if they crash. And Nigel's gone down the outside and has overtaken the Tyrrell and the Sauber there. 10 seconds. Come on, Nigel. 10 seconds to go. This is lap 18 out of 20 in the one and only unedited race. Because my computer can't record actually 30 minutes of audio without blowing up. Okay, we come round now this corner into the start and finish line. Going into lap 19 now. Okay, what's the scores on the doors, everyone? What are the scores on the doors? 10. Oh, it's still 10 seconds. 2 laps remaining. This is going to be tight. It's about 4 seconds each lap that Nigel is gaining. I don't think he's going to do it actually. Oh, I don't know, he may do. We can never underestimate the awesomeness of Nigel Mansell. Now you can't see a lot at all now because it is really, really raining, and it is really, really... Look at that, he's gained 5 seconds on half a lap. Wow. Now 5 seconds behind Michael Schumacher, which means he must be visible soon. He's got to be visible soon. There are more back markers to pass though, and it looks like there's 3 of them all in a line. This is going to slow Nigel down now. Is this another Tyrrell? I think it may be another Tyrrell. Yes, I think it is. He's got just 1 lap to go. Come on, Nigel. Let's lean forward and see if we can see on the preview screen whether it's a Tyrrell or not. I don't know. I can't see with all this spray. It could be a Tyrrell. Is it a... Oh, I don't know. Come on, Nigel. Let's get past this car now because we're hunting down Mr. Michael Schumacher. It is a Tyrrell, I can see that now, and there's an arrows in front of him and a Jordan Peugeot as well, so he's got to get past 3 cars to get past a Tyrrell down the start and finish straight. We're going into the last lap of the race now. We've got the arrows. Is he going to get past? Yes, and the Jordan as well. Wow, fantastic performance. He's got past all 3 of those cars down the start and finish line, and now he's only 3.607 seconds behind Michael Schumacher on lap 20 out of 20. This is the last lap. Is he going to manage to do it? I don't know. There's more back markers ahead, but Michael must be clearly visible soon. He's got to be. There's only 3 seconds of a gap. It was a McLaren, and he just stormed past the McLaren now. Is that Michael Schumacher ahead? I think it must be. It's got to be. Can't quite make it out yet. It is! It's Michael Schumacher. Come on, Nigel. You've got to get past Michael. This is the last 9 seconds of the lap. Oh, we've got the low fuel warning line up now. But don't worry about that. Come on, Nigel. Try and get past and win the last race of F1 97. He's coming around now. There's just a few dying corners to go, I think. Is this the last corner? No, it's not. It's not. I think there's one more. Come on, Nigel. Go and take Michael down the inside if you can. He's coming down now. Is this the last corner? It's so difficult to see where the end of the track is. No, I don't think it... Yes, it is, I think. This is the last corner. If you see the pit lane off to your left-hand side, this is the last corner. Yes, it is. And Nigel's not going to do it. Come on, Nigel. Come on. Try and beat Michael Schumacher. Oh, bugger it. No, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Michael crosses the line and Nigel comes in 2nd position. Oh, my goodness. remind me never to do a full commentary again. So, final scores then. Nigel Mansell, 137 points to Michael Schumacher's 86, and of course won the Constructors as well. So, thanks for watching, guys. Yes, as you can see, I placed first. And now, as a special treat, for the first time for one of my subscribers, the end titles with subtitles with Murray Walker.
All his hard work and dedication to Grand Prix racing have really paid off this year. He steps up to claim the ultimate prize, Formula One World Champion.
Yeah.